Now that we have understand what is gates, it's time for us to create our first gate and apply it inside our application. So in here I am logged in as a customer in this browser, and in this one I am logged in as an admin. So we are going to create a gate that allows only the admin to delete a product. So only the admin should be allowed to delete a product, otherwise it should not allow other users to delete the products. And if inside my database, currently I have two users, one with the type of customer and another one with the type of admin. So we are going to use this column to identify the user type. So let's go and create our first gate. Let's go to inside our app folder, then providers, after that inside app service provider, and inside the boot method we have to define our gate. So to create a new gate we have to type gate, then colon define, and in the first parameter we will give it a name. So I'm going to give it a name of is admin. Then in the second parameter of this we are going to pass a callback function with the user and $sign users. Remember that this user is our model, and inside this we are going to write our condition. So I will say return $sign user type is equal to admin. Now this gate will check if the user type is admin, then it will return true, otherwise it will block the action. So let's add our user class model, and remember this is the class of the gate and this is the class of the user. Okay, so our gate has been created. Now let's go inside our product controller and call our gate. So let's go inside our product controller in the destroy method. In here, before all my codes at the top, in here I will call my gate and I will check if the user type is admin or not. So for that I will type gate authorize and pass it the name. So is admin, the same name that we wrote in here is admin. Okay, that's it. Now our gate is here. Now my ID will automatically add the gate here in the top. So remember to use this one. So let's scroll down back to our destroy method. Okay, that gate has been created successfully. Now let's go to our browsers. Okay, in here I am logged in as a customer. Now I am going to click the delete button. Okay, now okay, maybe a problem. Let's refresh, click delete again. Okay, now I got 403. This action is unauthorized. Now let's go and delete the same product with the privileges of admin. So here I am admin. Now I want to delete this product. Let me refresh this one again. Click delete, click OK. Okay, now I got this message that the product has been deleted successfully. So I, as a admin, I can delete any product, but as a customer I cannot delete any product in here. So it's better to not show the delete button for the customers at all. We can do that also with the help of gate. So let's go to inside our products view. So let's open the browser and let's go to our resources, views, products, then index.blade.php here. Okay, so let's scroll down until we find the delete button. Okay, this is the delete button. Now in here, just to hide the delete button for only the customers and show it for the users, we can type $ can, and in here we can type our gate name, which is admin, and at the end of this we can just end our can. So end can. Now the now only the admin can see the delete button, not the customer. So if I go and in here I am customer, let me refresh. As you guys can see, there is no delete button, but if I refresh the page as an admin, I can see the delete button. So in the blade file, if you want to apply the gate, you will use can function, and inside the controller you can directly call your gate. Now let's do one more thing, and let's only allow the users to edit their own products. For example, if this product is created by the user 1, he should be able to edit it. If this product is created by user 2, only the user 2 should be able to edit it, not even the admin should be able to edit it. So for that, if I open my products table and scroll at the end, in here I have a column with the name of created by. In here I store the ID of the user who created the user, so I can take the help of this column. So let's go back to our app service provider. So in here let's create a new gate and call this one edit product, then pass our callback function. First fetch our user, and after that fetch our product. So let's type here product, $product. In here let's check if the user ID is same as the product ID, then return true. So we will type $user ID is equal to product created by. Now it will only allow if the user ID is same as the created by. So it means that the user is the owner of the product. Now let's go inside our controller and inside our edit here, let's call the gate. So let's type gate authorize, then let's say edit product, and in the second parameter we will pass the product itself. Now if we go here, I am admin, so which product belongs to the admin? I think the first one. Okay, now I will click edit here. It redirect me to the edit page. Now let's go to this one and click the edit button. I got 403. This action is unauthorized because this product does not belong to the customer table. It belongs to the admin user. So let's copy this and paste it in here as well. Now inside the product table itself, in the edit button. So we now let's show the edit button for the users that can actually edit the product. So show the edit for the user who can edit it. So in here, same as we did in here, we will just type $, can, then edit product, and we will pass our product in here. Let's move all of them in here. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, as you guys can see, this user, which is the customer, can only edit these products. And if I go for the admin user, so click refresh, as you guys can see, the admin can delete all the products, but he can only edit his own products, not other products. So here, this is how we can set it.